Welcome back to Nation of Glory. Today, we bring you the story of a man whose size, strength, and presence made him stand out the moment he stepped into the world of professional wrestling. A man who became known as the monster among men, feared by his opponents but loved by millions of fans around the globe. This is the story of Adam Scherr, better known as Braun Strowman. Stay with us until the end, because this story is not just about wrestling, it's about resilience, passion, redemption, and finding your place in a world that sometimes feels too small for your dreams. Braun Strowman was born Adam Scherr on September 6, 1983, in Cheryl's Ford, North Carolina. He was not an ordinary child. From a young age, he was bigger than the kids around him. In school photos, he always stood out, towering over classmates. And while that might sound like an advantage, it wasn't always easy. Kids sometimes mocked him for his size. He felt like an outsider, misunderstood, and often left alone. But what others saw as awkwardness, he later turned into power. Growing up, Adam found his passion in sports. Football became his first love. On the field, his size turned from a burden into a weapon. He pushed through, making a name for himself in high school and later, even trying his hand in semi-professional football. But destiny had other plans. The NFL dream that many athletes chase wasn't going to be his final destination. Instead, life was preparing him for something even bigger. When football didn't work out, Adam could have given up. But instead, he discovered strength sports, strongman competitions. This is where he truly found himself. Competing in strength events like lifting massive weights, pulling trucks, flipping tires, and carrying logs, Adam built a reputation as one of the strongest men in the United States. In 2012, he even won the Arnold Amateur Strongman Championship, a title that put him on the map worldwide. That win didn't just earn him a trophy, it opened doors to a career that would change his life forever. WWE scouts noticed this giant of a man. He had the look, the presence, the raw strength that Vince McMahon's company was always searching for. In 2013, Adam signed with WWE's developmental brand, NXT. He wasn't polished, and he wasn't experienced, but he had the one thing you can't teach: size and intimidation. Standing 6'8" and weighing nearly 385 pounds, he looked like a monster, straight out of a comic book. In 2015, Braun Strowman made his main roster debut, joining the Wyatt family, a dark, cult-like stable led by Bray Wyatt. Dressed in a black sheep mask, Braun was introduced as the new enforcer of the group. Fans immediately felt his presence. He didn't need to say much, his size did the talking. Within weeks, he was demolishing opponents, tossing grown men like ragdolls, and leaving destruction wherever he went. He was not just another big man, he was something special. But being part of the Wyatt family was only the beginning. After the group disbanded, Braun had the challenge of proving himself as a singles star. And he did. WWE began to push him as the monster among men. Week after week, he crushed superstars, flipping ambulances, breaking rings, and chasing rivals backstage in unbelievable segments. The WWE universe couldn't get enough. Fans cheered for him, even though he was presented as a villain. People loved destruction, and Braun delivered it like nobody else. His feud with Roman Reigns in 2017 elevated him to superstardom. Fans still remember those matches: the ambulance match, the brawls, the unforgettable moment where Braun screamed, "I'm not finished with you." Those words became a catchphrase, a symbol of his relentless character. Roman may have been the big dog, but Braun was the immovable mountain, standing in his way. Their rivalry was brutal, and it made Braun one of the most popular stars in WWE. Beyond Roman, Braun faced some of the biggest names in wrestling. He clashed with Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, and Kane. He competed for world championships multiple times, coming close to winning the big one. But fans always felt WWE hesitated to give him the world title, despite his popularity. Still, he remained a consistent attraction. Every time his music hit, crowds roared. In 2020, when Roman Reigns stepped away due to health concerns, Braun finally got his moment. At WrestleMania 36, Braun Strowman defeated Goldberg to win the WWE Universal Championship. It was the crowning achievement of his career. For a man who once felt like an outsider, mocked for his size, standing on that stage as world champion was validation. He proved to himself and the world that he belonged at the top. But wrestling, like life, has ups and downs. In 2021, WWE shocked the wrestling world by releasing Braun Strowman. For fans, it made no sense. He was a proven star, a draw, and a talent who gave everything to the company. But behind the scenes, budget cuts and business decisions led to his departure. For Braun, it was a moment of heartbreak, but also a test of character. Instead of disappearing, Braun reinvented himself. He returned to his roots, competing on the independent circuit, staying connected with fans, and building his brand outside of WWE. He launched a wrestling promotion called Control Your Narrative, a project aimed at giving wrestlers creative freedom. While it was experimental, it showed his desire to give back to the business and create opportunities for others. In 2022, the WWE Universe got what it was waiting for. Braun Strowman made a surprise return to WWE, charging down the ramp, destroying opponents, and once again hearing the deafening cheers of fans who had missed him. The monster among men was back where he belonged. What makes Braun's story powerful isn't just his size or strength, it's his journey. From a boy who felt out of place, to a man who embraced his uniqueness. From an athlete chasing football dreams, to a strong man carrying logs, to a wrestler lifting championships. His story is one of never giving up, of turning pain into power, and of always rising when life tries to knock you down. Today, Braun Strowman remains a symbol of resilience in wrestling. He may not always be in the main event, but his presence is undeniable. Every fan who has ever felt different, every person who has been told they're too much or too little can look at Braun and see proof that uniqueness is strength. So as we celebrate the story of Braun Strowman, we celebrate more than a wrestler. We celebrate a man who turned struggle into success, who became a monster, not to scare the world, but to inspire it. Thank you for staying with us on this journey through the life of the monster among men. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to Nation of Glory, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. Your support keeps us going, and together we'll continue to tell the stories of the legends, the icons, and the fighters who inspire us all. Until next time, thank you for watching, and remember, the story never ends.